TB Sports 27, Denver Broncos, Portland River Hogs. We got Alpha Sapphire in the house. We had SK Money a little bit ago. We're streaming live on Twitch. We're uploading on demand to YouTube and Patreon. This is week 16 of the Denver Broncos franchise. It started off years ago as a San Francisco 49ers franchise, then a Miami Dolphins franchise. Now we're in our third job and what's been our most successful job. After a rough first season, we have had multiple double-digit win seasons for the first time in our coaching career. We didn't have that in Miami. We had a lot of 9-win and 8-win years in Miami. And I guess 1 year in San Francisco we had that. It was enough to get fired. But we definitely had quite the run here with the Denver Broncos, and we are in week 16 going up against the Joe Burrow-led Portland River Hogs. And Joe Burrow had a nice time with the ball. You see the numbers, not terrible. Got the one interception, but just 3 points on the scoreboard here for Portland. And we'll see what happens in the second half. Denver in this situation, a must win if they want to get a first round bye in the playoffs. Miami, Baltimore, Pittsburgh as well. We haven't even looked at Pittsburgh's score. They also have a 10-4 record. We are 11-3. The Ravens are 11-3. They're now 12-3 with their win, the Ravens. And right now we're the number 2 seed, but any slip up, that could lead Miami and Pittsburgh to getting right up and getting first place and or second place, I suppose, getting that first round bye. So Joe Burrow goes down. DeMarvin Leal, he's been hungry. He's gotten in Joe Burrow's face a number of times today, finally bringing Joe Burrow down to the turf. So 3rd and 24 for Burrow. And he's just going to dish that one out to Austin Stogner. And Stogner gets stuffed. And Portland, promising opening drive. They're going to have to settle for a punt. Case Glicky, another South Florida. There's a lot of USF players in this NFL. This Denver Broncos offense, they've struggled the last couple of games. They have been very, very good here in this game. No turnovers for Tom Brady III. He has been doing very well. Now, those snaps, that was an issue we had against Jacksonville. Got another one there. Nice draw play to Jamil Pierce. 2nd and 4, Brady takes the snap and out to Gravoski. First down. You see the numbers for Tom Brady III. Just not having those turnovers is a big deal. Feeling comfortable in the pocket, making big plays, big moments. And Brady to Torrey Holt, trying to break loose. And those two right there, Cade Stover, Chase Young, continue to be a nightmare for this Broncos offense. Continue to rough them up. But we've been able to persevere. We've been able to push through man in motion. Watch Jonathan Taylor. And he's got the first down. Hard to come by the yards you can see on the ground. Not one of his top tier performances, but doing enough. Those little things, picking up those first downs here or there. Always good for the Denver Broncos. Brady gonna toss that one out of bounds. Couldn't find anything he liked and just threw it away. But he's getting wiser. He would have forced it a week or two ago, realizing something's not open here. Just gotta toss it away. Live to play another day. Play action fake. Brady immediately. Chase Young, his 4th sack. I mean, he's got to love playing the Broncos. Every time Chase Young comes in here and plays the Denver Broncos, my man's putting up multiple sacks. Watch this. Play action, 3-step drop, boom. Immediately hit. Like, forget about it. 3rd and 16. He might have, Tom Brady III might have to get rid of this one quickly because you got Chase Young coming on an X Factor. Let's watch this thing. And Brady steps up, delivers to Brendan Smith. What a throw from Tom Brady III, who is having a monster game after a couple of multiple interception games the last 2 weeks in prime time. And that's tough to deal with in prime time on NBC Sunday night. Everybody is watching you struggle, and you come back here. You're on regional TV now, CBS, getting the thing done. Jonathan Taylor still really can't find any kind of opening. Broncos do get down close to the red zone here. Brady, oh, we got a flag. Is that going to be, did Brady get roughed? No, it's going to be holding. Man, oh man. Tommy Brown called for the hold. Well, you hate that. All right, we're going to draw play this thing and try to pick up some chunks of yards and then see what we can get on 3rd and long. Nothing on the draw play. So 3rd and long. Be careful with it. Brady. Nope. Chase Young, 5th sack. I mean, go watch any previous Broncos River Hogs game. This just always happens. There's just no answers to Chase Young on the outside. Breaks loose. Brady sees it coming. But you can't get rid of it. 62-yard kick. Forget about it. We got Pearson Gatewood. Can he put us out? Can he coffin corner this out at the 1? I don't know. That accuracy might not be the best there. Out the 2. Come on. This man here. He's going to go down as a legend. NFL legendary punter. This man. Now, we missed getting safeties the last 2 weeks. Oh, how about that one by Delta O'Neal? Swatting that one away. Can we finally come down with a safety here? We've just missed out the last couple of weeks. We've had our shots, too. All right, we got a real shot at this. They're back at the 4. Got a little bit of breathing room. Oh, Jordan Battle, almost. He got the hand on it, the big paw print on it. Couldn't bring it in, but a nice job by our defense holding the River Hogs, Joe Burrow, to 3 points right now. And Denver, wow, what a booming punt that was. But we got Dante Hall out there, who's going to put it up to the 40-yard line. So not too bad. Tom Brady III in this Bronco offense coming out in shotgun here. And Chase Young for the 6th time gets in there. I always feel like I have to point it out. I know it's probably just a broken record at this point, but the arm was moving forward. The most unrealistic play in all of Madden, that a sack happens when the arm is moving forward.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf. Right here. Watch tight end, tight end's right.
Jonathan Taylor, finally Jonathan Taylor having a big run. But you know what, you got to give credit. It's frustrating. You get frustrated, but give credit where credit's due. Chase Young, man. I mean, 6 sacks. He's closing in on an NFL record here. Tom Brady the third. Oh, and Nick Coffey could not bring that one in for a catch. So it's going to be a long one, but they're going to put Janikowski out there. 50 plus. Josh Allen to hold. And that should be dead solid perfect to make it a 20-3 ball game. Nicely done by Sebastian Janikowski. We got a fun draft class coming up. I don't know, at least for me, it's a pretty infamous draft class. The Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Vince Young draft class. For those of you that might be new to our series or not familiar with it, what we did during the early days when we were at the 49ers and the Dolphins is we used a lot of the future draft classes. So a lot of the players that you're seeing in the NFL now, those draft classes we used here because they weren't in the game yet. And then once we got to a point where, you know, it's kind of impossible, you can only do so many future draft classes, and then you don't know who's coming after that. Then we started to go back in time and use a lot of the older draft classes. So that's why you see guys like Delta O'Neal out there. Torrey Holt is out there. You see Mike Vrabel out on the field as well. So you got a lot of those older draft class, and we got another good one. We used a movie star draft class. So famous movie football players like I think Forrest Gump is in there. Rudy is in here. Jamar Jefferson, that is a pretty big blow for an every down back with the River Hogs. Of course, we've seen Paul Crew of the Mean Machine, the longest yard, the latest quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. We saw Cheeseburger Eddie playing with the New York Jets. Of course, also part of the longest yard, Terry Crews. And then this go around, this draft class, we got the Reggie Bush draft class in there. I think he'll go early because he's scheduled to be a top draft pick. But if Reggie Bush were to fall, and obviously video games going to be different than real life. We know that Reggie Bush had a very long NFL career, but maybe didn't have the breakout performances that he had during his college career. If Reggie Bush is available, knowing that we have Jonathan Taylor and he gets injured a lot, you know, is that someone you pick up? Could he be a dynamic player that comes in? Could be a possibility. Shout out, as always, Patreon supporters. Thank you guys for your support of TV Sports 27. We just flashed the links up on the screen. Make sure if you guys want to support the channel, you follow and subscribe. All those links, type them into our URL and check us out. We got a lot of good stuff. You can catch all of these episodes early and ad-free months before they come out on YouTube, months ahead of time. You also got bonus content. We dropped a bonus RXFL game up on Patreon. We're going to have ECW coming up later this week, a new episode of ECW, which is exclusive to Patreon. We got a lot of bonus episodes that you can't get anywhere else, and like Alpha Sapphire was just talking about in the first half episode of this game. A lot of our classic content, TV Sports from our old YouTube channel that is up right now on our Patreon page, so go check that out. You talking about my ECW universe? Yes, those episodes are going to be coming to Patreon as well. We have like 65 episodes of the old WWE Universe mode from WWE 12. That's going to be going up on Patreon, but we have our new ECW, which is part of our brand new universe, well, the same universe mode, but Kevin Owens is now in charge, and he gave ECW to Paul Heyman, and those ECW episodes, you know, they're extreme, they're violent, a little too hot for YouTube. They're up on Patreon right now. CM Punk, the ECW champion, he's got a big title defense coming up at Armageddon. Braun Breaker is going to be in the mix. It's going to be a three-way dance. You guys, should we just run down the card while we're here? I mean, we're kind of almost in garbage time a little bit. Maybe we do a little plug here for our universe mode that you guys. We do a little cross promotion. That's going to be a deep kick and not even going to be close. All right, let's run down the card. Let's run down the card coming up for WWE Armageddon. Now, next week, we're going to do these 2 games here. Next week, we're going to be doing WWE content, Universe Mode, Raw, the KO Show, SmackDown, and then ECW is going to be on Patreon. That is going to be leading up to our Armageddon pay-per-view event. Now, at the time that we're streaming this, I always say I don't know when they're going to come out on YouTube. At the time that we're streaming, next weekend is the Royal Rumble. I got tickets to go to the Royal Rumble. So we're most likely not going to be streaming next weekend because I'm going to be super busy. I'm going to be out of town going to that. So I don't think Armageddon will happen that weekend, but we're going to do Raw, SmackDown, KO Show, and then we will do Armageddon. Here's your card for WWE Armageddon for those of you that are wrestling fans or whatnot. So get ready, Alpha Sapphire. This is going to be a good one. Oh, fumble! My God, Jonathan Taylor fumbled. Forget about it. We got Shelton Benjamin versus Cesaro. You know, Cesaro's had some controversial matches where he's had his foot on the rope. Referee hasn't seen it. He's going to get his possibility for some payback against Shelton Benjamin at Armageddon. ECW Championship on the line in a 3-way dance. You know, it's ECW style, so it's elimination rules. Last man standing wins. CM Punk defends the ECW Championship against Braun Breaker and Kofi Kingston. Thunder Rock, Io Shirai and Mayu Iwatani will take on Twisted Sanity, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Cross. Those, I thought we froze for a moment. Those 4 have been going at it, including an incredible matchup that Mayu Iwatani was in last week in Universe Mode. Bobby Lashley, Shinsuke Nakamura finally gonna meet one-on-one. Nakamura has been on the receiving end of vicious attacks from Bobby Lashley. Shinsuke Nakamura gets his one-on-one shot with Bobby Lashley. Charlotte Flair and Shayna Baszler, the WWE Women's Champion, Miss Money in the Bank, the best friends. They take on the Hug and Boss Connection. Now, one thing that's funny, I have kind of a Mandela effect moment. I've always called them the Hug and Boss Connection in my Universe Mode. Nobody's ever corrected me. Like, almost 200 episodes in, nobody's ever corrected me. Apparently, they're the Boss and Hug Connection. In my head, they're always Hug and Boss Connection. I think a Hug and Boss sounds way better than the Boss and Hug Connection. But I was watching a Stash Club Wrestling video on YouTube, and I heard Boss and Hug, and I was like, oh, that's not right. And then I looked it up, and I was like, wow, I've been calling them wrong the whole time. So, Tommaso Ciampa and Roderick Strong, now known as Honor Club, they're going to be going up against The Miz and Dan the Beast Severn. The Dream Match, AJ Styles one-on-one with Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels for the first time ever. WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. 2 out of 3 falls. The Heyman Empire of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns going up against the Usos, former Heyman Empire members. Mike Vrabel, quarterback sack. Yes, sir. WWE United States Championship on the line. Austin Theory defending in a triple threat match against Omos and Prince Puma. Intercontinental Championship on the line. Kane to defend against the former champion Robert Roode. And in your main event, for the first time ever in the history of WWE, in the Oakland Raiders Stadium. Now the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium. I had Oakland on the brain from this team relocating. You're going to have to use your imagination a little bit because I picked Vegas as like kind of a high stakes, you know, whatever. Vegas put all the chips on the table. I didn't realize, probably should have, but I thought the Raiders had a retractable roof. They don't. So in the game, obviously in Universe Mode in WWE, they only have outdoor stadiums. Like if you pick a stadium arena, it's always outdoors. So you're just going to have to kind of use your imagination. It's going to be an open air stadium, but it's in Vegas, which does not exist. So anyway, at the Raiders Stadium, Las Vegas, 16-person stadium stampede match, the Judgment Day versus Retribution. 8-on-8 stadium stampede all over the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium. First time ever in the history of WWE. You guys don't want to miss. That is Armageddon coming up on Universe Mode. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a big time, big business event. Jonathan Taylor, who had the fumble last time. Hopefully that does not happen here again. But we're continuing to be in clock chewing mode. Of those matches, Alpha Sapphire, which one are you most looking forward to watching? And do you have any predictions for Armageddon? And then once Armageddon is in the rearview mirror here, then it'll be on to the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble. Whatever. I don't know. I might switch up the February pay-per-view. Right now, it's slated to be Elimination Chamber. Might switch that up. In Denver, we're just a couple of first downs away from really clinching this one. And Portland kind of hanging around here a little bit. Haven't gotten to much of the passing game yet, but it's almost not even worth it, you know? Fair catch called that one. Pearson Gatewood. Oh my God. He's got to go down as one of the greatest punters in NFL history. This guy is unreal, even when he's not coughing cornering kicks. Again, somebody clip this. Send it to Pat McAfee for the brand. Unbelievable. Now we finally going to get our safety here. Oh, not going to happen.
Yeah, baby. Boom. Set, ready? 10-2 start. Check. 59, 59. 3 buzz.
Joe Burrow. Oh, what's Joe Burrow doing? There we go. Finally, we get the safety. Joe Burrow flushed all the way back. John Banks took him down. Quarterback sack. And finally, we get the safety. Uh-oh. And the River Hogs, what a mess this has been. And a good revenge game here. That's going to give us a little bit of confidence when we go to take on the Ravens, should we meet them in the postseason. Because the Ravens and Texans, the other two teams that beat the Denver Broncos. So coming in and getting this win, getting this revenge win over Portland. Nice run by Jonathan Taylor. That will take us down to the 2-minute warning as we wind out the rest of the game. And now we can focus on Indianapolis. We'll be back at home. Week 17. We're about to stream it right here on Twitch or on Patreon. If you guys are watching on Twitch or on Patreon, stay right where you are, because we got the Colts game coming up next. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit thumbs up so that other people can see this video. It gets recommended to others. Taylor, oh, look at Jonathan Taylor, and he gets hit right in the old kneecaps there. There's the first down, and go ahead, take a couple of knees. A nice bounce-back game for Tom Brady III and company. They just still say run the ball. I mean, I want... Yeah, quarterback kneel. Forget about it. Nice bounce-back. Not a lot of interceptions. 0 interceptions thrown, in fact, from Tom Brady III after what happened the last couple of weeks. That will do it here. Send him back out one more time, and the Denver Broncos are going to knock off the Portland River Hogs. A little bit of payback here. And move one step closer to another 13-plus win season here. We got the Colts coming up next. The regular season finale as we head to the playoffs in our 4th year with the Denver Broncos. We were brought in, asked to make Justin Fields the guy. Fields had been here a number of years. 1 year didn't work, wanted a big contract, went with Tom Brady III, and the rest, they say, is history. Denver, we'll be right back here in a couple of moments. If you're watching on Twitch, on Patreon, stay tuned for the final week of the regular season. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Come on back, because we got some more action coming your way. See you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.